So,
Mm.
so hi friends, we are coming back after a long time. All of us were busy. So today we're bringing you about why the Indian economy had to be restarted. Although if you look at it, there are increasing cases. There's increasing apprehension of whether India should have restarted its economy. But here we have a few points with us, which we feel is important to share with you guys. So we'll also be discussing about it, each of us with our own opinions. So to start off with, I shall start off by sharing my. Okay. So Sachin, Kaushika,
Yeah,
yeah, Sachin.
yeah, I can
Yeah,
see.
yeah,
So to give a brief about how the Indian economy works from the research I have done is that you can understand it this way. States get like previously before GST, states use their taxes and revenue through a lot of different things. But post GST, there were very few sources of revenue for the government. So the few sources, example, are like mineral oil, that is all your petroleum, coal, all those things, and another one is alcohol. So these are all state-controlled revenues, and the taxes and all that is adjusted by the state. So as you can see over here, which I've given in the presentation over here is, can I annotate over here? So as you can see over here, this is the previous figures that are there with the excise duty. So excise duty is the duty which is put by the state and what is got from the alcohol uh, uh, purchasing. So this is the consumable alcohol I'm talking about, not the industrial usage alcohol. So if you look at it, you can see that in crores, lot of money that the consumable alcohol generates for each of the states. So this is in the year 2018-19. If you look at the current situation over here in 2019-20, uh, you can see how much again it has contributed the alcohol consumption. So if one second, yeah. So if I come down over here, this is a report published by the Reserve Bank of India. So this I've taken from the Indian Express. So it shows that the excise duty on alcohol accounts for almost 10 to 20% of the own tax revenue for a majority of states. So this is a lot of amount. So what this revenue is used for is it's used for the construction purposes. That is for working on roads, things like that, for providing a lot of medical health and services, things like that, and a lot of other things for paying government members' wages and things like that. Then, in duties on liquor is the second or third largest contributor categories to for the state's own tax revenue. Currently, the sales tax, now GST, is the largest. This is the reason states have always wanted liquor kept out of the purview of GST. So this is what it means. So what it means is that states can regulate their own tax for the liquor or alcohol will, as a result, give them a huge amount of revenue. This revenue is very important for the states. So when you think about it, since the lockdown, there has been very little revenue generated for the state. So as a result of which, you can think of the fact that to make to increase cash flow at once, to increase a huge amount of bulk amount of cash flow, one of the best things that the state could think of at that moment was to open up liquor sales. So over here, this is another article, if I'm not wrong, from Times of India. So this article states that the liquor sales on day two of the lockdown, the relaxation hit a record high on a single day. Averages selling for rupees around 197 crore. So this is a huge amount. So out of this, whatever tax is there, it will still be a huge amount, and this is collected all on one day. This generates a huge amount of revenue for the state, which otherwise would have been very difficult to generate with all other things being shut down. And you can say, even if you think of it, although petrol pumps and things like that are open, they are still not uh, generating huge amount of revenue because there is very little vehicular traffic other than maybe movement of goods. So these are the important points which I wanted to about uh, to uh, to talk about why the states had to start things like liquor sales and start opening up some of their economy for people so that and they can start generating revenue and cash flow so that the cash can start going into circulation. Sachin, Kaushita, do you have any viewpoints on this? Sachin, Kaushita?
Hello,
Yeah.
Kaushita. You can start.
Okay. Like what you have told, Shavan, I totally agree. Like it was the first thing how the relaxation started. Right? They got to know if relaxation starts, you get money, and you can use it for like the economy will not totally go down, right? The
Yeah.
the two things you told was the first thing the state how the state started relaxing its lockdown restrictions. Yeah, so I thought was yeah, all of these studies, like as you told, everybody had different assumptions. Okay, they had different techniques. All the epidemiologist articles were like given in blogs or like filled up, and then one thing everybody agreed was the coronavirus would spread. Okay, like no matter whatever it is, but it would go to a peak and it would subside. But this lockdown may lower the peak or delay it. So I thought maybe because of the people like not the decision not to be political, the decision to be epidemiological, they put the lockdown. Okay, of course, the lockdown was a very important thing. Like travel, gathering, everything was restricted. Otherwise, it would have become a big misery, and that havoc was usually it was lowered. Okay, but the relaxation was also done. Why I thought was the main thing. What I thought why the relaxation was necessary was because the lockdown was done without any warning. Okay, it was just done like that. So it led to a lot of problems. Okay, lot of problems. Like everything went down. Okay, so to hit back again, they had to. The solution was only relaxation. So it was a bad decision, a bad timing, and everything. So that's what I thought was it was all a puzzle. Back to get the solution, you had to relax state. That's what I thought.
Okay, but Kaushita, one thing which I want to add over here is that, as you said, the epidemiologist and maybe even the government expected that we would have reached, probably we would have already reached during the lockdown. And I mean, I'm talking about the major part of the lockdown with the stringent enforcement, that is the lockdown one and lockdown two. So I felt that maybe that they calculated that we had already reached our peak with the measures that we had taken, and they were planning to also relax the lockdown because they thought the peak had already been attained and that we had flattened the curve. That is one thing which I want
Mm.
to say. Sachin, do you have any views on this?
Yeah, basically it was an unplanned lockdown. So, nobody knew this would happen. So it was all of a sudden. The government's plan on restarting the excise department, all the alcohol sales, it was good. Much revenue was collected from that. I think that was good because no other there were no other forms of collecting the revenue. Like even the crude oil business, everything was low. I think this was a good decision.
If you think, if one counterpoint I have to that is, did they do a mistake by all of a sudden without having thought about it in a much more systematic manner? Do you think maybe they could have started
I
off
think
like a, yeah, go
yeah,
ahead.
yeah, like they must have given it the central government before announcing the lockdown. They should have given us like a limited time for like all those migrant workers, everyone, whoever who wanted to settle down
Yeah.
to prepare, like just to prepare for this lockdown, like mentally and yeah, practically to prepare for that lockdown, and then they should have implemented this. Because of this unplanned lockdown,
Go
even
ahead, go
states,
ahead.
there's no coordination between the central and the state government.
Yeah.
yeah, there's no proper coordination between central and the state government. So that also led
Yeah.
to
It
a lot of
went
chaos.
it went back to the starting line again. You did the lockdown, and then there was so much problem, and then you again let down the trains for migrants, and
Yeah,
again started
and then
traffic to
at
return.
the yeah, and in the middle of lockdown, like each state started taking its own decision, and they were like breaking a set of lockdown rules, and they were acting accordingly, like to their state, to the benefit of their state. So it went wrong over there.
So you feel that maybe it should have been done in a more like in a more nationalized manner with following a certain protocols. I mean, one thing which I would think of is maybe why the states did it on their own basis is maybe because each state was facing a different level of threat. Although I understand that a national like a national protocol should have been formed, maybe like yeah, like you said. I mean, I think that that is again debatable to a certain extent, but you have a valid point over there. Kaushita, what do you feel?
I think maybe the start of relaxation should be extended, is what I think. Like maybe during like one thing, the central government should have given food, the basic needs to the people. Okay, food, shelter, and all if they would have given. And just it's a small warning, maybe a 10 days, a few days warning should have been given before lockdown.
Hmm.
Such problems could have definitely would have been solved if that warning would have been given.
Okay, but
And
And this
then
lockdown would have
come,
extended. Okay, but this lockdown would have helped people to like doctors to treat more people like elderly people or those with comorbid conditions. Now, though, if you see, it's all out of hand. They don't look after them because the cases are really, really high, right? So again, so that was a problem. So I thought if the lockdown would have further extended, all these issues would have been solved.
since it was a unplanned lockdown, I think now we have an opportunity. Like it's we can't go for a complete relaxation now. So relaxation also should be phase wise, and if we fail to do that again, the result will be the same. So that is also an important thing. That relaxation, should be very like very carefully watched, and then decisions must be taken accordingly. Because yeah, relaxation is also an important part.
uh, okay, coming to talking about the economy part, how do you think the relaxation has played a role in the economy, Kaushita?
Yeah, it's one way good. Yeah, of course, because according to what Modi tells, no, we have to be self independent India. All those things is the economy. You have to build up by your own stuff. So the relaxation, yes, it has helped the economy to come up a little and not fall totally down. So that's where, when the economy failed, that's where the total decision went out of hand. So it was totally political that time. So everybody was worried. Each state, according to the level of their threats, so everybody was worried about it. So yes, I think relaxation has supported the economy a little bit, or maybe still rising.
What do you think the relaxation, economy wise, how do you think the relaxation would have made a difference for all these migrant wage laborers? Sachin, do you have any points?
Like what? Can you come again?
Okay, so
Relaxation.
what I had in mind was that if you look at migrant wage laborers, right? So uh,
Yeah.
for them, the only method of getting wages is by doing daily wage, made different activities like maybe construction or whichever it is, labor and things like that. So I think the relaxation is also required to employ a lot of these people, because if you look at it, how long can they also sustain? Because if you look at it, it's like even if they go back home and things like that, and you provide all of them that facilities, etc., and provide them food, still to a certain extent you will have to start employing them again, and continue with a little bit of certain amount of activities, because otherwise, I felt that would result in a problem, if not short term, in a long term basis. Do you agree?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I do agree. Now that all the migrant workers have moved to their villages or wherever they come from, I heard that there's a short of workers, employees in the for the daily wage. There's a short of workers going on in the urban areas. I've heard a lot about that. So I think this takes some time for them to come back. I don't think I don't think now that we are seeing it like daily, like a set of migrant workers. Even now they're traveling, by their means. Maybe it's a truck or whatever. So I think it'll take another 3 to 4 months at least for them to be back in the city and work, because uh, their mindset is they are built up that way, that since the government has taken all these lockdown measures, so they'll think that this will go on, this won't stop.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
until unless rest of the world comes into like norm, they won't be able to come back. And
Kaushika, do
the
you have
government is
any?
also
Yeah, correct.
looking
Yeah,
at
sorry, Sachin. Go on,
creating,
go on.
creating jobs
Yeah,
like, see, if daily wage workers go back to their village, so
yeah.
government is also planning to provide something in their if they are somewhere related to farming, they can do
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
Kaushika, do you have any?
Maximum to maximum, I think government. How long can they give migrants? It was just provided for 2 months, 3 months maximum. It will be provided only for such a short period. They have to
Yeah,
come back to laboring,
yeah,
labor. I mean, like so that's a really bad situation for them.
yeah.
Uh,
Any other final points you want to add, Kaushika?
I just think it was I just think it was yes, I would say lockdown was necessary, but the timing, the planning, and the testing and all these went totally wrong, and so it
Okay.
hit back to relaxation, which was
Yeah,
that again became necessary. so
yeah,
so again everything went into a collapse. So
yeah,
I think that was a bad decision
yeah.
from the beginning.
So, if I can conclude, if you guys agree, there are these few important points from the discussion that I have typed out over here. So, do you agree that one of the important reasons the relaxation was done is to generate revenue? Do you?
Yes.
Yeah. And then another one that should, like Kaushita said, is maybe a phased relaxation would have been good. And then, so another thing why the relaxation is necessary is to maintain the economy and the cash flow. So not only do the states need to generate their revenue, but the laborers, the working class, everyone has to keep their cash flow on and has to maintain at least a basal economy and prevent it from crashing. So a relaxation was required for that. And finally, the relaxation also is going to employ these migrant laborers. I mean, is going to re-employ these migrant laborers and things like that. Because if you look at that, if they are not, they are a burden on the overall economy. Because how long is the government only going to support them? And
Yeah, that's
they
the
are,
main
yeah,
point. Okay, yes, they were the main issue. Okay, but you can't keep supporting. How long
yeah,
will that be supported?
yeah. So you can provide a lot of economic packages and things like that, which the government has been doing. Maybe we can have a discussion on that coming soon. So this is another thing. So these are, I felt, some of the most important points why the economy, I mean, why the government had to relax the lockdown and to restart the economy, and just to again reinforce the point that for the states, alcohol or liquor rather, it was a huge revenue generator. So maybe one of the reasons they did open up that also, although it seemed to be not the best decision, is to generate a lot of revenue
You
which
know,
the states
I'd like to
required at
add
that
one
moment.
point here.
Yeah, Sachin.
That is, yeah, that is all this is fine. All this is fine, but then government failed to, they had to put like there should have been direct cash transfer from the government to the poor and the migrant workers. So
Yeah,
then,
there's no news
so
about
then,
all this.
yeah, so then they would have like sustained the
Yeah,
lockdown at least to some
Yeah,
extent of time. So that
that's
would
a
have
very
helped. Again, like if they put the cash
yeah,
directly into their hands, again the economy will like they'll spend
yeah,
it, and again the
yeah.
economy it come back to the economy.
yeah,
So
it
that's
come
how
back,
it
correct.
goes.
Actually, Sachin, this was one point which I wanted to take up in if we have a coming discussion on the economic packages which the government has released. This is one very important point which I did want to discuss. It's nice that you have brought it up. Maybe if you guys are okay, if you're going to have a coming session which is coming up soon, then maybe we can discuss this in a little more detail and also talk about the other
Yeah,
economic relief packages. Are you guys?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
sure, we'll
just
do it.
want things to be transparent. There is no news about any package which was given by the central government to the states and to the from the states to the people. I think till now there is no transparency that in that part. So
We
Yeah.
can make a separate video on this
Yeah.
yeah,
this
it has to
package.
be
I think
something
we'll
to be
keep
added.
that as a separate topic because I think we've already discussed quite a lot for today. So I just want to
Hmm.
thank you guys again, Sachin, Kaushika,
Thank you.
for joining for discussing today on the relaxation and economy. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Let's meet again soon for the next.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. See you guys. Bye bye.
Thanks, Sean.
Bye.